Please rise for the singing of our national anthem, sung by Dr. Jose Pepe Calver, Director of the Hendricks Chapel Choir.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Calver, for your excellent rendition of our national anthem. President Mahoney, by authority of the SUNY and ESF Boards of Trustees, it's my pleasure to declare the 112th commencement of the College of Environmental Science and Forestry open and in session. For those of you still standing, please be seated. Well, good afternoon. My name is Samuel Mukasa, and I serve as the Executive Vice President and Provost at ESF. Our purpose here is to celebrate and congratulate our students, specifically our December 2022 graduating students. Today, we acknowledge their accomplishments as graduating students or soon-to-be ESF graduates. We will begin our ceremony by introducing the platform party and distinguished guests who are here to take part in today's activities. I ask that you each please stand briefly to be recognized when I call your name. And audience, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. First, members of our governing board, the ESF Board of Trustees, Mr. William Fisher, Chair, Mr. John Bartow, Vice Chair, Mr. Daniel Fitz, Mr. Olwell McFoy, Next, members of the senior administration, Ms. Johnny Mahoney, ESF President, Dr. John Stella, Vice President for Research, Ms. Rebecca Horder-Kersey, serving as Chief Diversity Officer, Dr. Ann Lombard, Executive Student Affairs Officer and Dean of Students, Dr. Valerie Rosetas, serving as Associate Provost for Academic Affairs and Dean of the Graduate School. Next, our department chairs and division directors, Dr. Bandu Ramarao, Chemical Engineering, Dr. Lee Newman, Chemistry, Dr. Stephen Teal, Environmental Biology, Dr. Lindy Quackenbush, Environmental Resources Engineering, Dr. Russell Briggs, Distinguished Teaching Professor, Environmental Science, Dr. Andrea Felposh Parker, standing in for Environmental Studies, Dr. Margaret Bryant, Landscape Architecture, Dr. Neil Abrams, Open Academy, Dr. Christopher Nowak, Sustainable Resources Management, Mr. Matthew Smith, College Libraries. Next, the President of the ESF Alumni Association, Mr. Gary Lipp, who will welcome our graduating students later in the ceremony as they begin their journey as ESF alumni. This year, we have several special guests who are here to celebrate with us as well as to receive special awards for their outstanding achievements and accomplishments as individuals. We have two distinguished ESF alumni who are being honored today for exceptional achievements. Please find their biographies in your program. It is my pleasure to introduce Karen Richards and Eric Murdoch. Finally, allow me to introduce our student speaker, who is also here on stage. Our student speaker for December 2022 graduating class is Muskan Shrivastava. Let us acknowledge these leaders and special guests for the contributions they've made and continue to make to ESF, and also for their contributions to the success of the graduating students that we are celebrating here today. So please join me in giving our campus leaders a round of applause. At this time, I want to acknowledge where we stand. We have the privilege of meeting today on ancestral lands of the Onondaga Nation, the center of the Six Nations of the Haudenosaunee or Iroquois Confederacy, who we honor for their contributions, including the original philosophy and practice of environmental stewardship. This acknowledgement represents our commitment to intellectual and cultural pluralism, and it is meant to honor the significant contributions of the Onondaga Nation to environmental leadership. It is now my pleasure to invite to the podium our president, my boss, Johnny Mahoney, to give our commencement remarks. Please welcome President Mahoney to the podium.
Thank you, Provost Mukasa, and welcome faculty, staff, family, friends, and loved ones. We are thrilled to have you here with us today as we proudly celebrate our graduates and their achievements. And congratulations to the newest members of the class of 2022. My name is Joni Mahoney. I'm president of the SUNY College of Environmental Science and Forestry, and I want to say to the class of 2022, first and foremost, you did it. ESF, yes. ESF is an academically rigorous college. You worked hard to earn your place here, and then you worked even harder to get to today. I know it's not been easy, but your desire to improve your world never wavered, and you can be proud today knowing you persevered. During your years at ESF, you've learned to see the world differently as you acquired knowledge. You created lifelong friendships and crossed paths with interesting people from many different backgrounds. You formed your own opinions based on science and facts. You immersed yourself in new adventures and new opportunities that have helped to shape and define who you are today. We are honored that you chose ESF as the place to pursue your passion, and we can't wait to see where your paths take you next. Wherever that may be, a career or continued study, we're certain that you will continue to make us all proud. As you embark on your next adventure, reflect on your time at ESF and remember our commitment to do all we can to make the world a better, more environmentally sustainable, and socially just place for generations to come. The world has awakened to the idea that we must fundamentally change the way we live in order to protect our natural resources, and we need you to show them how. This is your time to shine. You are environmental champions, climate change warriors, and sustainability advocates. Your skills have never been more in demand. Your research has never been more necessary. Your passion has never been more valuable. You are graduates of one of the nation's most distinguished institutions focused on the study of the environment. You came here with a desire to make the world a better place, and you are leaving well-trained to execute that mission. You've been taught by some of the best faculty in the world and had access to people who are experts in their fields. And now you are among the people who can show all of humankind a better way. Before I conclude, I want to recognize the family and friends of our new graduates. You are the pillars on which students rest in challenging times. You are the ones they confide in when they need help in resolving issues. You are the ones with whom they share their joy, and today is a joyful celebration. We know that family and friends sacrifice much to support our students to ensure that they're able to reach this day. If you are here as family members or friends of any of our graduating students, please let us recognize and thank you. And with that, graduates, please go with our gratitude for improving our world. We have every confidence that you will continue to succeed as you take on the most critical issues of our time. And please come back often. We will miss you. Congratulations to the class of 2022. And now, the opportunity to hear from one of our students is one of the things that we all look forward to during our commencement exercises. We provide this platform to hear from a student who's been selected by their peers to address us from the perspective of students and to tell us about their experience while here at ESF. This year, we are honored to have Muskan Shrivastava of Edison, New Jersey as our student speaker. Muskan majored in environmental studies and was selected as this year's December graduation speaker. And you can read a little bit about Muskan in your program. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Muskan Shrivastava to give her remarks as our student speaker.
Thank you, President Mahoney. Good afternoon, ESF family and friends, faculty, staff, President Mahoney, executive cabinet, distinguished guests, and last but not least, fellow graduates of the class of 2022. My name is Muskan Shrivastava. When I first came to ESF as a wide-eyed freshman, gleaming with excitement for the new things I would experience, I could have never imagined the incredible journey I have had on this campus. My first day of orientation, I was welcomed by orientation leaders with the energy of a high-speed rocket. I thought to myself, oh gosh, what have I gotten myself into? Here were all these new people in a new place where I knew no one. But as I got to know all my new peers, who were nothing but welcoming and kind, and watched the OLs run around Gateway screaming, "Go, bananas!" I said to myself, yeah, I'm in the right place. I have met so many amazing people here at ESF, including friends, professors, faculty, and staff, and I consider myself so incredibly fortunate to be immersed in such an amazing community through organizations like the Daisy Club and the Student Ambassadors. ESF is not only a place for tree huggers and science nerds alike, but also a place where people screaming, "Go, bananas!" is considered somewhat normal, where tie-dye, flannels, and everything Carhartt is considered peak fashion, where the cultural clubs keep you well-fed for free, and no matter where you come from, people will celebrate you. It is because of this community, each of us now have an incredible education filled with experiences in and out of the classroom, and a family we know we can rely on. College for many of us is when we are considered independent from our parents for the first time, and we're forced to do difficult things. But I must say, we did one heck of a job learning to do so. We've completed extraordinary internships around the country, studied abroad, worked on research projects, won awards and scholarships, volunteered our time to help those in need, and served as leaders, all while tackling some of the most challenging classes in the catalog. And now, as we're preparing ourselves for the next step in our lives and the new adventures which lie ahead of us, I have to admit, I am absolutely terrified. And I would suspect that most, if not all of you are too. I know very few of us, if any, who truly know how to navigate life. I don't have the faintest idea on how to do my taxes, set up a 401k, or pick an insurance plan. Like, how do you even do that? Being a real adult is hard, but I stand here to tell you, it's okay. It's okay. There's so many challenges we have yet to face which we cannot even imagine, whether it be in our careers or in our personal lives. We might have to move across the country, away, alone from everything we know and everything and everyone we know for our dream job, boldly stand up for what we believe is right, give big speeches, or simply walk up to someone new to make a friend. But it's okay to do scary things. Yes, the world is big, wide, and frightening. And yes, you may have no clue what you're doing, but that's okay. It's okay if you don't have a perfect plan. No one does, not even our parents, even if they'll never admit it. I am looking at you, Papa. We all came to ESF with a purpose, to help the world be better than when we found it. Now is when we make our debut to the world, equipped with the knowledge and the skills to create solutions in a world in a constant state of chaos. When things seem bleak and you feel like you just can't do it, I want you to remember all the incredible things you have accomplished here. You took leaps of faith and faced challenges here at ESF, so there's no reason you can't do the same going forward. Before I close, I would like to take a moment to thank everyone here for the support they've given us through all the times we thought we couldn't do it and wanted to give up. We're going to continue to face challenges in our lives, which will test our resolve, but knowing you were there will make them easier to bear. Thank you to friends, family, professors, faculty, and staff for helping us get to where we are today and for continuing to support us as we take the next step in our lives. A special thank you goes out to all our pets, including cats, dogs, guinea pigs, and the occasional emotional support frog, for emotionally supporting us every time you wanted to cry over a lab report or a collection project. An extra special thank you goes to two people who have always gone above and beyond for students, to Rocky Fiola, an admissions advisor here at ES who oversees the student ambassadors. Thank you for always being willing to go to the ends of the earth for us. And to the queen of Trailhead herself, Barb. The students here will always fight for you because your kind smile and upbeat attitude is what makes Trailhead great. So as I conclude, I would like to let my fellow graduates know that you are some of the bravest and smartest people I know. So rest assured, you can do it even if you're scared. Scary things are just part of the adventure. Be brave, be bold, and even stubborn in the face of adversity. Thank you, and congratulations to us, the graduating class of 2022.
That was really good. That was great. Thank you, Muskan, for your inspiring remarks and all the gifts that you've brought to ESF during your time here. Students like Muskan inspire all of us and give us hope that tomorrow will be better. We appreciate the rich legacy of accomplishments that you and the class of 2022 leave with us. And I am honored to present to you this certificate of achievement as our student speaker for the graduating class of December 2022. Congratulations.
The Graduates of Distinction Awards were established by the ESF Alumni Association to recognize the remarkable achievements of our alumni throughout the various stages of their careers. This year's recipients serve as a testament to what can be accomplished when you pursue your passion and work to improve your world, especially when you're equipped with a degree from ESF. The awards recognize those alumni who have made outstanding contributions in their fields, whose work has positively impacted society and the environment, and who truly embody the spirit of environmental stewardship. To our new graduates, as the next generation of alumni, we hope that stories of these award recipients will inspire you, not necessarily to follow in their exact footsteps, but to forge a path of your own in service to humanity and our environment. It is my pleasure to announce Mira Jagloop, class of 2012, as this year's recipient of the Incipiens Kweku, or Beginning Oak Award. Unfortunately, Mira could not be with us today, but I would encourage you all to read her bio in the program, and please join me in recognizing her achievements. Next, I am pleased to present Eric Murdoch, class of 1993, with this year's Notable Achievement Award. It is no coincidence that Eric found his way to ESF. The experience of growing up on a lake contaminated by inadequate septic systems had enormous influence on his career path. As a student, Eric knew he wanted to do something more than make a living. He wanted to make a lasting contribution to the community and the environment. After graduating with a degree in environmental resources engineering, Eric's career trajectory took him from a materials testing company to a local environmental firm to an international engineering firm focused on environmental cleanup. He managed a U.S. Environmental Protection Agency grant from the Office of Wastewater Management. As project manager for the EPA's National Community Decentralized Wastewater Demonstration Project at Skaneateles Lake, he developed a viable long-term solution for wastewater infrastructure that used smaller footprints while ensuring such suitable treatment. The project drew state and national attention due to the innovative systems using technology not previously seen in the United States. His alternative approach to septic systems on the Skaneateles Lake project led to changes in New York State regulations on septic systems. After investigating various enhanced septic systems across the country and their impact on water quality, Eric realized there was an unmet need, so he formed On-Site Engineering. The company specializes in on-site and decentralized wastewater systems for difficult sites with a focus on lakes and river waterfronts throughout New York. Eric also finds time to give back to his industry and ESF. He is a volunteer with the New York On-Site Wastewater Training Network, where he serves as vice chair and lead environmental trainer. At ESF, he is an alumni speaker, guest instructor, and career advisor for the ERE department. Please join me in recognizing Eric Murdoch as the 2022 Graduate of Distinction, Notable Achievement Award recipient. President Mahoney and Alumni President Lip, please come forward to present the Notable Achievement Award to Eric Murdoch. And Eric, please join President Mahoney and the Alumni President Lip to receive your award. It is now my pleasure to introduce Karen Bartow-Richards, classes of 1981 and 1984, as the 2022 Graduate of Distinction Lifetime Achievement recipient. Karen's love of the Adirondacks began during childhood summers spent in Raquette Lake, New York. A third-generation seasonal resident of Raquette Lake, she developed her appreciation of the forest from her family and built on that knowledge as an undergraduate and graduate forest resource management and planning student. Through her positions in the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation and the Adirondack Park Agency, Karen made a lasting and positive impact on forest policy and the lives of the people who live, serve, and govern in the Adirondack and Catskills parks, where the forest preserve lands are protected by the state of New York. In 1981, she began a 4-decade career in public service as the Policy and Planning Chief with the Division of Lands and Forests at the NYSDC, then as the Deputy Director of the Adirondack Park Agency. For the last 20 years of her career, she served as the DEC Forest Preserve Coordinator, managing and protecting the New York State Forest Preserve, which includes 3 million acres of public lands within the Adirondack and Catskill parks. Karen facilitated policies and programs that protected these forever wild lands. She approached her policy and programmatic efforts with a sound understanding of law and precedent in the forest preserve, and an appreciation of the interests of stakeholders, which include local officials, private landowners, and environmental non-governmental organizations. She provided objective and sound advice on forest preserve policy and litigation, worked with state and local officials on the acquisition of over 1 million acres of land in the Adirondacks and Catskills, and helped shape forest preserve policy. In her role, she has advised 3 state governors, 11 DEC commissioners, and 4 state foresters within the DEC's Division of Lands and Forests. Karen strived to ensure that these lands would be protected and stewarded for their wilderness and resources benefits, and that the region's forest-based economy could survive. She is recognized by her peers as an expert in legal and land management policy decisions in the New York State Forest Preserve. For her outstanding contributions in the field of forest resource management, the College of Environmental Science and Forestry is proud to recognize Karen Bartow-Richards as the 2022 Graduate of Distinction Lifetime Achievement Award recipient. I now invite Karen Richards to offer remarks.
Good afternoon. The young woman rushing around the quad to get to a lecture in Marshall Hall would never have imagined standing before you today. To be honored for lifetime achievement and recognition of a career I loved, a career which introduced me to so many amazing people and places, is nothing short of surreal. I thank the Alumni Association for this great honor. I thank my husband, Dan Richards, for standing by my side for over 40 years and for always being there to remind me, particularly on those days I wondered, that I truly love my job. I thank my daughters who presented me with one of the most important roles in life as their mom. They helped me to understand that everyone approaches life differently and to learn how to achieve a healthy work-life balance. Sarah, Charlotte, and their families bring joy to my life every day. I thank my grandfather and my parents for making sure New York's Adirondack Park has been a part of my life for these past 64 years, and my siblings, Virginia and Bruce, for sharing many adventures in Racket Lake with me, and in particular, I want to recognize my brother, John Bartow, a fellow ESF alum. John demonstrates the epitome of dedication to solving complex environmental issues across state and political lines. I thank the ESF leadership and professors who encouraged me in my interest to study the gap between environmental science and policy. In the late 70s, that was not an established path of academic study, and I could not have pursued my studies or my career without their support. I thank the incredible leaders I was fortunate to work for, who set an example I could only strive to achieve. The list is long. Rob Davies, the former New York State Department of Environmental Conservation Director of the Division of Lands and Forests and State Forester, was my boss for the last 20 years, my mentor and my trusted colleague. He challenged me, he gave me courage when I needed it, he trusted me, and demonstrated the importance of honesty and the true meaning of conservation. I thank the myriad of colleagues I worked with as a team, tackling exciting and important issues and weaving a productive path forward. I thank the people representing communities, advocacy groups, businesses, and landowners who share a similar passion to find solutions to pressing environmental and social issues. To the graduates I stand before today, my advice to you as you approach the precipice of your future is, the best jobs are not really work. Find something you look forward to doing every day. Be passionate. Bring your true self to the table and express yourself. Know that any problem immersed in empathy becomes solvable. Be curious. Take interest in what others think. Have integrity. Do the right thing, even behind closed doors. Focus on the problem, not the people, as there is always a path forward when there is a shared respect for identifying solutions to complex issues. Continue to lead life with purpose. Choosing ESF as the institution to further your education demonstrates you are already well along this path. As countless people have said to me with encouragement throughout the years, I believe in you. You've got this. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name's Valerie Luzadis, and I'm the Interim Associate Provost and Dean of the Graduate School, and I have the best job today, to formally recognize the students who are graduating from ESF. It's my distinct pleasure to introduce ESF's December 22 graduating seniors, masters, and doctoral students, an outstanding group of people who are completing their degrees requirements and who are poised for success in their future endeavors. Please join me to recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of our graduating students. The class of 2022 is an exceptionally capable and resilient group with a strong record of academic achievement despite the many challenges they faced along the way. You will see academic honors in the program with the symbols next to the students' names referring to these honors. A key to the symbols can be found on the inside front cover of the commencement program. And you will see that 2 bachelor's candidates have successfully completed requirements for the ESF Honors Program. 3 have been inducted to Alpha Psi Sigma, the ESF Honor Society, and 1 has been inducted into Sigma Lambda Alpha, the National Landscape Architecture Society. In addition, 4 graduating seniors were ESF in the high school participants. And finally, we recognize our one veteran of the United States Armed Forces who is wearing a red, white, and blue graduation cord today. So we formally recognize academic achievement by adding a Latin honorific suffix to the degree title after the GPAs are calculated. Students who have earned a cumulative GPA of 3.0 to 3.33 will have cum laude added to their degree titles. Those who have earned a GPA of 3.34 to 3.82 will have magna cum laude added. And those who have attained a GPA of 3.83 to 4.00 will have summa cum laude added. And now for the main event, the recognition of each of our degree candidates from the class of 2022. So at this time, I would like to introduce the undergraduate class marshals for the 2022-23 year. Class marshals are chosen based on their academic excellence, campus and community engagement, and their expression and embodiment of ESF spirit. And only 2 undergraduate seniors are selected to represent their graduating class. They lead their class both at the December and May graduation ceremonies. Megan Cammett of Rochester, New York is a conservation biology major, and Mary Haley from Rockaway Beach, New York is an environmental studies major. They are our 2 class marshals for 22-23, and their biographies can be found in the commencement program. Class marshals Megan and Mary, will you please position yourselves to assist the ceremony? You're set? Great. Okay. I now ask President Mahoney and the chair of the ESF Board of Trustees, Mr. William Fisher, to come forward to congratulate the graduates. So first, we'll recognize the graduates with bachelor's degrees. They'll be called by academic department, and students will be called in the order in which they've lined up today. So we begin by recognizing graduates completing the Bachelor of Science degree in each of the 4 majors administered by the Department of Chemical Engineering, including bioprocess engineering, chemical engineering, paper engineering, and the renewable materials science. Chair of the department, Dr. Bandaru Ramaro, please join to congratulate the graduates. Congratulations. Rodrigo Castillo Medina, chemical engineering. We now recognize the graduates completing the Bachelor of Science in each of the 2 majors administered by the Department of Chemistry, including biochemistry and chemistry. And the chair of the department, Dr. Lee Newman, will join to congratulate the graduates. Thank you. Julia Niehoff. Johanna Rabsi. And Alexandra Woodruff. We now recognize graduates completing the Bachelor of Science degree in each of the 6 majors administered by the Department of Environmental Biology, and these include aquatic and fishery science, biotechnology, conservation biology, environmental biology, forest health, and wildlife science. Chair of the department, Dr. Stephen Teal, joins to congratulate the graduates. Gabrielle Deo. No, you want to have them come up, that's good. Jack Marshall. Georgia Hoffman. Ray Bailey Dunstan. Colin Reefstick. William Hokenga. Kaysen Whedon. Thomas Delapenta. Rachel Rodman. Kate McCarthy. Edward Donnelly. Austin Nino. Thank you. Okay. All right, let us applaud the accomplishments of those graduating from the Department of Environmental Biology. We now recognize the graduates completing the Bachelor of Science degrees in the Department of Environmental Resources Engineering. Chair of the department, Dr. Lindy Quackenbush, joins to congratulate the graduates. Dinara Dormayeva. Cameron Daly. Let us applaud the accomplishments of the graduating seniors of the Environmental Resources Engineering program. Hold on a second here. That's okay. You're good. We now recognize the graduates completing the Bachelor of Science degrees in the Division of Environmental Science, including majors in environmental science and environmental health. Director of the division, Dr. Russell Briggs, joins to congratulate the graduates. Robert Swiss has just gone through. Linda Arterburn. Aaron Alejo. Adam Wood. All right, let's applaud the accomplishments of those graduating from the Environmental Science program. And now we recognize the graduates completing the Bachelor of Science degree in each of two majors administered by the Department of Environmental Studies, including Environmental Education and Interpretation and Environmental Studies. Associate Professor Dr. Andrea Feldposh-Parker joins to congratulate the graduates. Chase Nishatka. Danielle Jewson. Riley Becker. Matthew Adler. Nicole Steinbach. Danielle Fawcett. Calvin Bordas. Jade Bryan. Muskan Srivastava. Nathan Kettler. And Gillen Walker Matthews. let us applaud the accomplishments of the graduating seniors of the Environmental Studies program. Not LA, are you? Thank you. Okay. So we now recognize graduates completing the online Bachelor of Science degree in Sustainability Management in the Open Academy. Interim Director Dr. Neil Abrams joins to congratulate the graduates. All right. Twiggy Mendenhall. We also recognize Zachary Pignataro, who's not able to be here in person today, for completion of the online Bachelor of Science degree. So let us applaud all of the graduating seniors from Open Academy. And finally, we now recognize graduates completing the Bachelor of Science degree in each of the 5 majors administered by the Department of Sustainable Resources Management, including Construction Management, Forest Ecosystem Science, Forest Resources Management, Natural Resources Management, and Sustainable Energy Management. Chair of the department, Dr. Christopher Nowak, joins to congratulate the graduates. Okay. Fiona Coy. Alexander Bossman. Zachary Ruiz. Zachary Widrick. Noah Rausch. Kevin Janicki. Connor Colasante. Austin Burrow. Christopher Molina. Jacob Mainhart. Michael White. Marcus Kazmerzak. Connor Fallon. Michael Parinello. James Barnes. Matthew Burrell. And Joshua Maloney. Let us applaud the accomplishments of the graduating seniors of the Sustainable Resources Management program. We are very pleased now to present the candidates for graduate degrees. Completing a graduate degree is truly a sign of outstanding academic achievement. Would these candidates please rise and come forward to be recognized with master's graduates preceding the doctorals? Looks like we're good to go here. As each degree candidate approaches the podium, will their major professor please rise to be recognized as we congratulate each of our master's candidates. Louis Trong, Chemical Engineering, Shiji Liu, Major Professor. Atif Ali, Sustainable Resources Management, Obst Terasami. Abigail Beckman, Master's in Environmental Resource Engineering, Ted Andreni, Major Professor. Liam Hanley, Master's in Environmental Resource Engineering, Wendong Tao. Keenan Porter, Master's in Landscape Architecture, Thomas Hoagie, Major Professor. Natasha Torres Rios, Master's in Sustainable Resources Management, Major Professor Colin Byer. Colleen Conway, Master's in Environmental Biology, Major Professor Alexander Weir. Genevieve Ivek, Master's in Environmental Biology, Major Professor Christopher Whips. Sarah Howard, Master's in Environmental Science, Major Professor Robin Kimmerer. Spencer Lonefight, Master's of Professional Studies in Environmental Biology, Major Professor Robin Kimmerer and William Powell. Emily Antonacci, Master's in Sustainable Resources Management, Christopher Nowak, Major Professor. Rachel Renzi, Master's in Environmental Biology, Major Professors Danilo Fernando and Donald Leopold. Let us applaud the accomplishments of all of the graduating master's candidates. Well, we will now recognize those receiving the Doctor of Philosophy degree. PH candidates receive the gift of a hood and will be invested with the ESF hood by President Mahoney and their Major Professor. President Mahoney, okay, you're forward, and Major Professor will join us on the stage to do the hooding. The design of the doctoral hood is symbolic of the mastery of learning and scholarship achieved in the earning of the Doctor of Philosophy degree, and it incorporates the unique colors of the College of Environmental Science and Forestry. So as you go forth with your degree from ESF, may you wear our colors with pride and honor. In further recognition of this significant milestone of achievement within the Academy, your Major Professor will escort you to take seats in the faculty section of the audience after you have crossed the stage. And will the doctoral candidates please step forward, along with your Major Professors. Yep. Congratulations. Joseph Makaore, Major Professors Donald Stewart and Rebecca Rendell. Prajapati Shapkota and Major Professor Dr. Sharon Moran. Dr. Shapkota's dissertation title reads as follows: Environmental Citizenship of Refugee Immigrants in the United States, a study of the resettled Bhutanese, Nepalis, and Somali Bantus in Onondaga County, New York. So at this time, I would also like to share with you Dr. Makaore's dissertation title. and that was biogeography and conservation biology of Southern Africa's freshwater fishes. Timothy Morris and major professors Dr. Melissa Firkey and Dr. John Drake. And Dr. Morris's dissertation title, Establishment and Impacts of Biological Control Agents Introduced for Control of Emerald Ash Borer. And Dr. Sarah Schooler, environmental biology with major professor Gerald Gallant and Dr. Charles Kroll. Dr. Schooler's dissertation title, Finding the Balance, Trade-offs between Resource Acquisition and Mortality Avoidance in a Northern Ungulate Population and Their Management Implications. And now, as the doctoral candidates join the faculty in their seats, let us applaud their outstanding accomplishments.
Thank you, Dean Luzetis. We will now proceed to formally confer the appropriate degrees on our graduating students of December 2022. President Mahoney, will you please join me at the far lectern? Will all of the candidates of the Bachelor of Landscape Architecture and all the candidates for Bachelor of Science degrees please rise? President Mahoney, it is my pleasure to present to you the candidates of the Bachelor of Landscape Architecture and the Bachelor of Science degrees.
Pursuant to the action of the College of Environmental Science and Forestry faculty, the college trustees, and the trustees of the State University of New York, I now confer on you the degree of Bachelor of Landscape Architecture or Bachelor of Science appropriate to your course of study. The diploma that you receive is your evidence of our action, and it gives you all the rights, responsibilities, and honors pertaining to that degree. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Will all the candidates for the Master of Professional Studies, the Master of Landscape Architecture, Master of Forestry, and Master of Science degrees please rise? President Mahoney, it is my pleasure to present to you the candidates for the Master of Professional Studies, the Master of Landscape Architecture, Master of Forestry, and the Master of Science degrees.
Pursuant to the action of the College of Environmental Science and Forestry, the college trustees, and the trustees of the State University of New York, I now confer on you the degree of Master of Professional Studies, Master of Landscape Architecture, Master of Forestry, and Master of Science appropriate to your course of study. The diploma that you receive is your evidence of our action, and it gives you all the rights, responsibilities, and honors pertaining to that degree. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Will all the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degree please rise? Oh, they moved over there.
Oh, they're in the faculty.
President Mahoney, it is truly my pleasure to present to you the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degree.
Pursuant to the action of the College of Environmental Science and Forestry faculty, the college trustees, and the trustees of the State University of New York, I now confer on you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy appropriate to your course of study. The diploma that you receive is your evidence of our action, and it gives you all the rights, responsibilities, and honors pertaining to that degree. Congratulations. Please be seated. And now, graduates, all graduates, you may now move your tassels on your mortarboard caps from the right to the left. Congratulations and good luck.
How exciting. It's a great venue, too. Hello, all my green brothers and sisters. My name is Gary Lipp, class of 1986. I offer my sincere congratulations on achieving this important milestone in your lives. I am humbled to be able to speak to you today as president of our ESF Alumni Association and as a fellow alumnus. I finally remember this day 36 years ago. Goes fast. And the relief, excitement, and uncertainty that was going through my young mind. The message that I have to share with you today is simple. Be active and get involved. Wherever you go or whatever position you occupy, be sure to pay your new knowledge forward. Share what you learned at ESF about the importance of the preservation of our environment. Now more than ever, we educated environmentalists must spread the idea of the importance for the sustainability of our natural resources and maintaining an ecological balance on Earth, or we will be in for some serious, irreversible problems in the very near future. The past almost 3 years of your college career were certainly less than normal, but despite these trying times, you have persevered, and I am confident that with your entrance into the workforce, there are much better times ahead. Fortunately, your graduation coincides with a national administration that is serious about our environment, which means more opportunities for you as new graduates, and a record number of freshmen matriculated this fall, where our president, Joni Mahoney, and the amazing faculty and staff will guide them as they guided you all here today. As president of ESF's Alumni Association, I officially welcome you to a great organization that represents nearly 22,000 alums who live in every state in the U.S. and 90 additional countries all over the world. Now I want to make a two-word statement that is a favorite of mine and most people when listening to a speech, and that statement is, in closing, I encourage you again to get involved and share your knowledge, volunteer, be more active politically, join our Alumni Association, of course. Consider helping to recruit the next generation of ESF students as an alumni ambassador and attend alumni events wherever they are. Follow us on our ESF website under the Alumni tab or your favorite social media platform. Keep in touch through the Alumni office and get involved. Stay safe and best of luck to you all. I was going through the quad on the way over here and I saw the sign up congratulating you, and I also saw the statement, go out and be mighty. So, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lipp. As we approach the end of our 112th commencement exercise, let me acknowledge an important group of people who have played major roles in the success of the new graduates that we are celebrating here today. The President has already acknowledged the important role the parents, family, and friends have played in our graduates' success. Now, I want to recognize the ESF faculty and staff. Their dedication, steadfastness, and tenacity in providing the best education to our students, sometimes under difficult circumstances, is commendable. So could we take a moment to thank our faculty and staff? Will the faculty and staff present here today please stand to be recognized? Congratulations to you all. I have reserved my final remarks and thanks for you, the graduates of December 2022. I am thankful for what you have shared with us in your years at ESF. I'll be your cheerleader as your future endeavors begin to take shape. Please be great ESF ambassadors as you embark on your next stages in life. Do return and visit us from time to time, and please stay connected to the institution. Our mission at ESF is to advance knowledge and skills and promote the leadership necessary for the stewardship of both the natural and designed environments. You will always be part of that world, and please do your part to allow it to survive and nurture many generations of mighty oaks to come. Go forth and improve your world. Thank you. Audience, we ask that you please remain in your seats until the platform party leaves, followed by the faculty and staff, and then the graduates. We invite you to join us at the Gateway Center immediately following this recessional to continue the celebration. And as much as possible, we ask that faculty and students remain in regalia for photos in the Gateway Center. So marshals, will you please take your positions again? President Mahoney, I now declare the 112th commencement of the College of Environmental Science and Forestry adjourned. Thank you.